Hello and welcome back to my Bloodborne Diaries, and last week we left you on a rather tantalizing treat. That's tantalizing. A tantalizing treat of what's going on. What is going on with all of this Cthulhu nonsense? Well, let's try and find out via the medium of chugging. Yeah, that's right. I've been thinking about this, right? I've got this usable black eye thing, eyes inside you, umbilical thing. I'm going to eat that, sure. But also I've been looking at the potions I've been picking up. I've been looking at these blood vials, and somebody's been like, oh, you should use these vials, you should use them. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of obvious, right? Because technically what these vials do is they give you some health. Oh yeah, more health, brilliant. But they're one-pop unique items. This to me feels like a honeypot. It's like, well, we'll give players these good healing items, they'll probably have to use them at some point, and then when they do, we're gonna trip them up with some horrible tricks. I like what you've done there, Bloodborne, but I'm gonna get one over on you here by using them when I'm ready for it, when I'm expecting something to happen. So let's get schwizzy. And it seems like I was wrong. Nothing happened. Got eyes on the inside now, though, whatever that means. Maybe it just means I'm really good at kind of, examining my own emotions. Thinking about how I feel about killing these werewolves. Probably not. No, I think it's probably actually I've got eyeballs churning around inside of my guts. And they'll pop out like I'm a walking, horrible gumball machine. Anyway, I've got something else to do. I found a hair thing, a hair clip or something, in the other weird place that isn't this place that basically is this place, so I'm going to give it to the doll. See what happens. And in return, she gave me, she cried tears of joy, and cried out a tear stone, because apparently dolls, living dolls, cry pebbles. Weird. So I've eaten an umbilical cord and been given some eye pebbles. But guess what, dickheads? I don't care. I've got something else to do. Canehurst, baby, Canehurst. I got an invitation to go to somebody's totally sweet castle. That'll probably be a prince. We'll probably hook up. And I've read the item. I've learnt something. You actually read what it says on the items. It tells you how to play the game. Got to go to the Canehurst Crossroads. No, the Hemwick Crossroads. I'm doing it, all right? Listen, I'm a fully grown man. I know what I'm doing. So sure enough, the Canehurst thing proved to be pretty cool. A massive cart thing came up. I get in the back of this carriage. It's pretty swag. I'm basically like Tim Burton's 50 Cent or something. And they get taken away to this fabulous castle, which is, it's kind of a cross between Disney and Castlevania. And it's all snowy and probably Christmas. I'm having a wonderful time. And oh my word, this game is just beautiful. Just absolutely stunning. Beautiful statues. Fantastic. Contrasty, smoky background, twiggly little tree thing. It's just a stunning, glorious game. I can't get over how occasionally just these vistas can just blow. What the fuck? Oh my god, what the hell? There's spiders everywhere. This isn't Disney. This isn't Disney. Oh, this is genuinely quiet. Why do they have to do this? You had a nice... Alright, so these things are like fatty spider things, but with big red bollocky bottoms and heads which resemble that thing from, is it the Ring? The TV, the Japanese film thing? Oh, this is frightening. Thankfully, these horrible things don't actually cause that much trouble. There's a little hint in the fact that it gave me one of the items you can use to stand still and be invisible. I realize they basically patrol. I don't really need to fight them. Having said that, I did love the fact that when I started to run up the staircase towards these doors, the doors opened for me. But not that much. Just a bit. Just a little bit. Just opening enough ajar to be like, hey, come in. But not so much that you can see what's in there. And yeah, despite that, I decided it was probably a better choice than staying outside with these guys. And what have I got through here in this big castle? Well, I've got a sobbing lady and some warnings about the sobbing lady. It's a lady who appears to be scrubbing the floor. You know, cleaners can sometimes get irate about things, but maybe I shouldn't be that worried. But I have been fooled by a sobbing lady before, and frankly, this massive shiny room has got boss fight written all over it. Still, I guess it's time to bite the bullet. Alright, so I got inside. and there's more than one cleaner. There's about 2 or 3 cleaners, and I don't want to fight them, but I'm also kind of afraid of running past them, but I'm going to give it a go. Getting past them, not too much of a problem, but then, ghosts, etc. Ghosts, yeah. This is terrifying, largely because whenever I step on candles, they suddenly crumble, and also the fact that they're ghosts. This is just some proper haunted house stuff, and it's really, really getting to me. The sound of constant sobbing in the background, these apparitions with blindfolds and slit throats are really not doing much for that problem. And yeah, although I do refuse to kill the cleaners, they're just hired help. I'm not getting them involved. It's not fair. So I'm trying to be careful, just to kind of go around the cleaners and not do them any damage. This shouldn't be frightening. This shouldn't be frightening. This is really obvious haunted house bollocks. This is like so obvious. It shouldn't be frightening me, but it is. It is. Gargoyles. It had to be fucking gargoyles. Yeah, I spot this one a mile off though. They ain't getting me, but I'm getting a distinctly Blink vibe off of this place. I thought I was just being a bit funny, and I know that I always relate everything to Doctor Who, but this does feel weirdly inspired by Blink. But in this case, obviously the statues were a bit of a red herring. Up until this point, now we actually have the gargoyles. But I love the way these gargoyles move. They move like these clumpy, splatty frog creatures. I love the idea that something that looks like it's supposed to be a statue but it's actually alive might not really be terribly good at moving. But they're nonetheless quite fearsome creatures. And these things are cool. These things are really cool. I mean, they caught me off guard here. I was like expecting to get flanked on the left or right. Thought an enemy would pop out and get me. I didn't even spot that there were 2 of them right ahead of me on the ledge. I should have spotted that, but they got me. They got me. And they can do this amazing kind of sonar blasting and the sound effect for this thing and the way it sweeps around from left to right in stereo mix when they sweep it around at you. Amazing. Horrible, high-pitched sharps, and not what you expect from something like this. Really catching me off guard. Really don't like it. But I got some new clothes as well, some new digs. Executioner garb. Probably gonna look badass. Let's check it out. So it's sort of quite a lot like what I was wearing before, albeit with gauntlets that appear to be emblazoned with pogs. I'm down with that. Filed under F for fun new things. It seems that when these ghost ladies get close to you and you've been marked by some sort of dart, they scream, and when they scream, blood comes out of their slit throats. This is horrible. This is just really unpleasant. And also, I've realised that the ladies doing the mopping, the little mopping ladies, maybe not even ladies, by the looks of it, they're actually fencing men, undead men, or maybe fencing undead ladies. I shouldn't judge. But I'm quite glad I didn't pick a fight with them now, because they're trouble. Although I've got to say, this place did kind of wear itself a bit thin with all of the constant screaming and people taking their heads off and then those heads screaming while they held them in their hands. Yeah, it was scary. It was scary. But as with all horror house ghost rides, you see it too many times, it stops working. Tricky. This game does subtle horror best sometimes, and sometimes this sort of in-your-face thing is good every now and then, but when you've got a room with 20 of things in and you go through it 4 or 5 times. Anyway, it wasn't too bad because it wasn't too difficult, and I managed to push up to the top, where surely there would be a boss fight on this snowy roof. I mean, I remember the gargoyles from Dark Souls, right? Surely it's going to be that? No, it's not going to be that. There's just a couple of enemies on the roof, and a wig. I picked up a wig. Yeah, so, here's me wearing my new clothes and a wig. I look pretty dapper, even if I do say so myself. So yeah, that was my adventure in the snowy land of the spider things and the screaming ladies, and the general horrors of Canehurst Mansion. I think I'm pretty much done here. I can't find anything else to do, apart from maybe go down that canyon in the middle, but fuck that. No, it's full of spider things, and no. Unless there's something I really need down there, but I'm feeling there probably isn't. Anyway, hopefully next week something exciting will happen in Bloodborne Diaries. Bye! If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like more people to naturally stumble across it on the internet, then clicking the like and subscribe button magically makes that happen. Also, if you really like my stuff, then you might consider funding my work
on Patreon, because otherwise it wouldn't happen. Thanks very much. Bye!